Hold on.
This might be a quiet pod.
Okay, hold on. Well, we gotta.
Should we bring in the music?
Yeah, we gotta bring in the music. It just feels right. Last time, on Lunker's pod, on the Speak the Truth podcast, we didn't have the music.
The podcast set.
Huh?
The podcast set. It wasn't on the Truth podcast.
Oh, well, it was the Speak the Truth podcast set. We didn't have the music because we were on Rob's mixer.
Yeah.
And his buttons are a lot funnier than ours.
Yeah,
We won't
wish
get
we
into
could
them.
talk about it, but you
They're
just
a
have
lot
to
more.
Just go listen to his podcast.
Yeah, his podcast is political buttons, but anyway, it feels right. So let's just go ahead and.
Ooh. Oh. Welcome back. Welcome back, boys and girls, to a banger podcast.
Wow.
With Tristan and B, Jiggin and Jordan, Yappy.
Wow,
Man.
dude.
So the last two podcasts, if you've been tuning into the channel, it has been at Googan Week. We did one in freaking Lunker's boat.
Yeah,
and
our
we did
first mobile pod in Lunker's boat.
Remote mobile pod.
Yeah.
Well, I like mobile pod better than remote.
Yeah, mobile pod is cool.
Okay, we're gonna go with mobile pod. So this month is gonna be a little bit different because we're kind of on the go. We're filming for Googan Week. If you don't know, we've been boys with the Googans for a minute, and once a month they film for their channel, and sometimes we get invited.
Yeah.
And we have a blast with them. So we've been pretty much filming all freaking day, and then we kind of party at night.
Yeah.
And now, as you can
I'm
tell,
gonna be honest with you. Gosh, wow. Our camera. By the way, normally we have Trav behind the cameras. He's actually asleep right now. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, so we're gonna be ripping till 2 a.m.
We had some fun with the boys,
Yeah.
and we decided, you know what, we're kind of behind on the podcast.
Yeah, we
need to rip one real fast.
We got to start banging. You know.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I actually set the cameras up this time, but I'm a little confused on even which one I should look at. It's a different setup.
I think we messed up.
Well, I think we're good. I checked it before we.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think we're good. We're actually in a really crazy location right now. By the way, am I talking super loud? A lot of the guys are asleep.
I would take one ear off.
Yeah, okay.
So you can kind of hear the
Okay, I
gauge.
see what's going on here. Yeah.
So all the Googs are asleep right now because they've been up for a long time.
Dude, we've been up for a long time.
We
You
got
and I
up
went
today.
to sleep last night at 3:50 a.m.
Yeah.
Got up around 7, 8 o'clock.
Well, and the reason was because we filmed 2 podcasts last night.
Yeah, we did. We went hard, man.
We're trying to bring as much content as possible.
Well, I mean, forget about the podcast talk. Let's talk about where we are right now.
Yeah.
PK.
Well, hold on. We woke up this morning, drove through 3 hours to this spot.
Oh, did you drive 3 hours?
Yeah, I drove all
No, you
day.
didn't. You rode with
I
Lunkers.
rode with
I
Lunkers.
drove 3 hours.
Had some awesome convos. And
Listen,
we drove. We got here, bro.
listen.
Hold on. We got here. We fished all day. We caught one fish.
We didn't catch anything.
We did because we were on the boat. It's a
team thing. If you're on the boat, it's a
yes. You know
I
this.
understand. Yeah.
You know this.
Well, so what happened?
We were actually competing against him so we actually lost.
There's a lot to dig into. You can see that on the Googan channel. We'll link that in the description below. But where we are right now is pretty crazy.
It's really crazy.
We're on one of my favorite lakes in Texas, and I actually think we can jump into some stories about this on this pod. By the way, we have no direction on this pod. This is one of the first times where there's no notes, there's no direction, there's no infrastructure
I have
here.
some funny questions.
Okay, so T's got some.
But this is one of the first lakes we ever dove in Texas.
Yes, it is true.
And this is one of our biggest trips that we ever took. This is one of the things we flew out. This is the first time we were in Texas. We flew out here. We filmed with Rob and LFG, Lake Fork guy.
Yeah.
And we did some awesome stuff. And dude, I look back on those videos and we made videos about everything.
See, that's one of the things we're going to dig into, but we got to describe where we are. First of all, I really wish we would have switched the cameras to that backdrop because right now we are looking at the dopest tiled kitchen ever. There's like wild blue flower tile on the kitchen.
When you come to Googan Week and you got all the Googs, usually you're in a pretty badass Airbnb.
Dude, they ball out. I believe this is $1,000 a night.
Dude, I don't know how much money they're spending, but they're spending some money.
Boy, what?
They're making it too. But either way, right now, 20 yards behind us.
Not even.
Maybe not even. maybe 10 to 15 yards.
There's a 100-foot cliff down to the water.
And a little bitty railing, keeping all these
Tiny railing.
keeping
You know
all
what?
these peeps out.
You know what I read on the Airbnb, like a little intro here? Maddie B sent it to me.
They
on
have
the
to have a
email.
huge insurance policy,
Oh,
right?
huge. Let me tell you, they do not allow bachelor parties. They do
Okay.
not allow anyone under the age of 21 because if anyone were to get intoxicated,
No, it could be really
they
dangerous.
just go over the rail and that's like
It's
game
very
over.
I jumped over the rail and peed off the cliff.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
I just had to do it. I peed, and for like 10 seconds, my pee didn't hit the ground.
That's a long drop.
But the water was super cold. Yeah.
Huh? Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, I see what's going on here.
On a serious note, there's a cliff behind us. They have a dope ass pool right here to the left of us. I don't know if you can see in the wide shot right now. There were 2 other mics here.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have the Googans on. We're
Yeah.
gonna have them on tonight.
What
But
a little hard.
everybody got a little lit. I
It
mean,
was the first. It was kind of like the first night of everybody
yeah.
being together.
I mean,
for
I've got a
Googan
couple
night.
beverages myself. So does Tristan. We've just been enjoying the night, but we're like, you know what? Want to pod up a little bit? We don't have the tape, so we don't got our tape drinks. But
No tape drinks.
when we get that tape, they're getting.
Yeah, I
taped
got a
up for
question.
sure.
I got a question for the people.
I've got a direction for this pod, but
Well, we
go
were
ahead
just
and
talking about this real fast,
throw your
and then we can
question.
go to the direction. People around the world. I'll look at this camera. I'll look
Okay.
at my camera. People around the world.
all 8,000 subscribed as of right
hey,
now.
chill out,
by
bro.
the way.
We're a nation.
Well, I'm saying like I'm excited about that.
No, absolutely, me too.
that was like
Thank
a powerful
you guys for
8K.
all the subscribers and downloads and everything. I actually looked. We've already surpassed our first 10,000 downloads. I think we're over.
What?
Yeah, we're over 15.
Off of YouTube?
Yeah, we have 15,000. No, not off of YouTube. Off of.
No, I'm saying not on YouTube.
Not
like
on YouTube.
Different streaming
On
services.
different streaming services.
That's crazy.
Like YouTube, we've gotten. I don't even know how many views.
No, it's over
But-
140,000 views. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right. But that's
But
as
either
of
way,
right now, so it'll change.
The
by time.
downloads, super sick.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's at 15,000.
Where were
right now,
you going, dog?
16,000.
Where were you going?
I want to ask these guys and girls a question. All the banger boys and all the banger girls that are listening right now.
All right.
Would you guys want some koozies?
Oh, you're talking about merch.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a limited time thing.
Whoa.
I feel like it's because we always tape our drinks.
Yeah, it's
you
almost
know?
like a joke at this point.
And I feel like if we just had koozies, it would be sick. And if you guys wanted some banger boys or banger girls koozies, that would be sick.
Yeah.
So comment below, or if
Or
you're
don't.
listening to this, or if you don't. That's cool. Be
Yeah.
real with us. That's what we want.
Yeah.
Okay, so get back on topic.
So, being that we're at, we'll say the name of the lake, Possum Kingdom. It's one of the freaking coolest lakes in Texas. I personally think. I love this place. Also, this is a very weird, like, I'm looking at you, but I'm also trying to present to the camera.
Yeah.
We've never done side-by-side pods.
Okay.
These remote pod sets are, like, very on the fly.
Yeah.
You know?
I love this camo pattern.
Thanks, man. I really love your camo pattern.
All right, that's getting weird.
All right, cool.
On a serious note, Possum Kingdom, if you look up in Texas, it has these big bluff walls, canyon wall.
There's a world famous spot at this lake. It's called Hell's Gate here.
I jumped off of it.
You did.
I jumped off of it.
You did.
There's a
I
spot
forgot about that.
That
Yeah.
you can actually climb up, and you kind of have to like do like a mountain rock climb up, and you can jump off. And me and LFG, who we're hopefully gonna have on tomorrow.
We're gonna have him on the next pod. He's coming
the
on
next
tomorrow.
pod. Yeah. He took us out. We're actually filming for some of the first Googan bait.
I was gonna talk.
videos.
I was gonna
Isn't
be
that
quiet
sick?
about that.
Oh, you're gonna be quiet?
Well, I was gonna bring
Hush,
into
hush.
that. Well, we'll just dig back into that. But
Okay.
there's a lot that has happened here. And that's kind of the stuff I want to talk about too. There was a memorable moment on here. By the way, this is our title right here. I'm just letting you guys know. That's why I wanted to go ahead and get in the story before
I
we
actually
forget.
cut my finger open shotgunning earlier.
Nice, man. So, Possum Kingdom is the first incident where I thought I wasn't going to make it underwater.
Dude, I had this in
It
my
was
freaking notes.
It was
gonna bring it
my
up.
most dangerous underwater experience. I almost actually drowned at Possum Kingdom.
And you actually, so the vest that we have on, We're not going to say what the name is. Obviously, you guys know what the name is. Until they
Jeez.
start, if they want to pay for it on the podcast, they
Oh
can.
wow, gosh. Okay.
But
Just digging
the
in
vest
there.
that we
Interesting.
that we use, it's kind of like our Superman cape, and it definitely helps out with the look of the wetsuit. You kind of look like a seal in a wetsuit.
It's a life vest, but it also looks very militant, and it completes our uniform when we throw on our wetsuits.
Because when you have a wetsuit on, we used to wear wetsuits all the time without that.
Yeah, it's
and
so
you
weird
look like
now.
you look like a seal.
By the way, normally we got way more energy in these pods, but I think we're trying not to be super loud.
Yeah, we could be definitely really loud.
But also, like,
We're just talking. For all the listeners, I don't know if they can even tell the difference.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I kind of want to get after it with my energy, bro.
We can definitely get after it. Like,
I mean, who's gonna get mad? This is the content house.
yeah, for
You know what I'm
the
saying?
for the few days.
Yeah.
So,
You're talking about the vest. So I had a really bad experience.
Yeah.
I'll get into that. And then I want to ask
so
you
me and Brandon were actually.
Well,
I
no,
was-
don't tell the story. You were gonna say something about the vest because I want to tell the story.
Yeah, okay. I didn't want to tell the story. I wanted to tell it from my point of view.
But they don't know what happened at all.
Yeah, I wanted to tell him.
But it happened to me.
Yeah, but I was like eyewitness.
You weren't there. That's why I almost died.
Yes, I was.
You were at the surface.
No, I was filming you. I caught this on camera.
I need that footage.
I was clicking pictures, and I was like, "What is he doing? Like trying to get a promo for this vest?"
So, wow. All right. Well, let me just dig into it.
I definitely came to the service a little bit before, which is super bad. But go ahead.
Well, let's dig into it. So, the very first time we met the Googans, well, it's not really the very first time, but this is one of the first trips on the water we had. This was actually the mission with the Googans is I have this big underwater camera. And, I mean, I don't want to say at the time I was known for my underwater stuff. I think it's still like our underwater stuff is top tier on YouTube. I would like to think at least. Gosh,
Yeah,
maybe we
but-
fell off.
No, basically, dude, you got a badass camera that's underwater.
Yeah.
You take really good photos and good videos.
Well, here's the thing. So the Googans, who are our friends, they were coming out with baits, and I was the underwater guy as far as like camera wise. I had a $30,000 underwater camera, and they politely asked, they said, "Yo, would you come down and get some underwater footage of these baits?" And I'm like, this is a great opportunity. This is super cool. I love these guys. These guys are also the reason why like me specifically like started filming. I was inspired by them. I think I've said that before. But long story short, the mission that day was to film the baits, but we also filmed a YouTube video that day.
Correct.
So each bait needs specific structures. So like maybe the worm needs to drag over rocks. It needs to drag through weeds. There's specific baits that are like flipping baits, this is where the incident comes in, where it needs to like, you flip into the trees. There's like underwater trees. The bait like really goes through the branches really well, and you need to film that. And so I'm not scuba diving, I'm free diving.
Yeah, we flew there. It's
Yeah.
very hard to bring scuba gear.
Yeah, you're not
on a
bringing
plane.
scuba gear on a plane.
You're gonna
for
you,
sure.
You definitely can, but it's
I don't
gonna
even
be
know
expensive.
if we were scuba
Actually,
certified.
I do not know if you can bring scuba gear on a plane.
No, you can bring BCDs, but you can't bring.
Yeah, you can't bring tanks.
Yeah.
Okay, which is understandable.
Yeah.
I was not.
You weren't scuba certified.
I was not.
I might have been because I got scuba certified around
Yeah.
100K.
You were.
So I was.
You went. You did it in Hawaii.
But I was still free diving nonetheless.
Yeah, there was no scuba tanks involved. We were free diving. We were getting the shots. We were filming the YouTube videos. Go.
So I was with Lake Fork Guy and Tristan, and Lake Fork Guy was going to pitch this bait into this tree. So imagine an actual standing tree still, but it's completely submerged. So it's no limbs, but it's just branches going out and like an actual
it
base.
looks sick too.
And it's a actual tree. It's a tree.
What's crazy is when we were filming that, there was literally 10-pounders swimming around us.
Dude, and LFG is like, I would say he's one of the best fishermen out of all of the Googans.
He is. Scientifically.
He's dialed.
I don't know if you can hear this.
He got a 9-pounder today.
Yeah, that's really cool, but there's someone snoring in the background. Listen.
Hold on. Oh my gosh.
I don't know if you can hear it in
Dude. There really is somebody snoring in the background. Hold on. One of these mics is facing that way. I'm going to unmute them really quickly. Hold on.
You can hear it on all of them.
Wow. It probably sounds kind of staticky. Oh my gosh, dude. That's crazy.
You might have to cut it here.
Bro. No. That's completely fine, bro. It's gonna our talking's gonna.
Okay, so
wow, dude. I told you it's late. These boys go hard, man. They sleep hard.
we
just don't sleep at all. That's our problem.
We don't. We're really bad. So what's crazy is he literally went. He's a biologist, bro.
Yeah, he's a fish biologist. I think that's
he knows, like, genuinely knows everything about fishing. Knows, like, he's the fish master.
Yeah,
he is the dangle master.
I would say he is the dangle.
He's
daddy.
the dangle master.
Yeah,
dangle daddy. He caught a 9-pounder today.
That snoring's getting louder.
Dude, it's getting louder. But
he caught a 9-pounder today. That's something to be stoked about.
It's just like
most people are like ready to mount that on their wall, and he's like, yeah, but I got some crappie fillets in the fridge if you guys want them. We're gonna catch and cook those. And
that's what's nuts.
So all right, let's just go ahead and get into this story, because like, gosh, look at us. We're 17 minutes in. We haven't even freaking told what happened. So
and we got people snoring, bro.
We got. I mean, people are already freaking sleeping on our pod.
Should I go? It's Matt. Let me go wake him up.
No.
I gotta nudge him. But
no.
Can you stop?
No. Don't do it. Don't do it. I think it's actually funnier, because weird stuff will continue to happen throughout
Listen.
the night. Dude, it's getting loud for sure. But whatever. Let it ride. So anyway.
We could turn our mics down.
No, absolutely not. Long story short, I am...
Dude, it's loud.
What's bad is I can hear it over my headphones.
Hold on. Oh my God. Dude, I think he lost his breath. He really couldn't breathe right there.
Oh, man.
All right, get into it, dude. You almost died. Basically, that's it.
God,
that's the story.
Dang, man. Yeah, that's it. All right, use your imagination.
Yeah, he flips into the brush. You were trying to get the shot. You got stuck.
No. It's very... Okay.
Yeah, let's go into it.
Please zoom in
Go into it.
Please zoom in on my hands
Go
here.
into it.
All right, so he pitches into the tree, and my goal... I have a giant camera in front of me. My goal is to follow this bait as it ascends to the surface from the base of the tree through all of the tree limbs. So I'm basically chasing this bait vertically through all of the tree limbs. And, oh my gosh, dude. Tristan's also snoring now. He's falling asleep on the podcast.
Dude, you're boring me with this freaking story. Just tell him you almost died.
Well, that's what I'm getting to. So as I'm following this bait up through these branches, a branch grabs my goggles. It just comes. No, it catches on my goggles as I'm swimming up, because, mind you, I'm focused on the screen of my camera, and I'm swimming up, and
Which is about,
it's
maybe
small.
2 by 2.
It's like half the size of your iPhone screen.
Yeah.
It's pretty small. And so I'm focusing on that and trying to make sure everything's in focus with the bait, whatever. My mask immediately floods with water, which obviously is throwing me off quite a bit.
Super. But at the time, we were not good at like holding breath.
Well, we weren't as efficient in the water. We were good, right? Like, we could dive down 30 foot and follow baits with cameras, but if something went wrong, we weren't necessarily like, okay, this is how I deal with this, da-da-da-da-da. I don't normally swim in trees. So mask completely floods with water. I freak out a little bit. I'm like, okay, I need to get out of this tree. So I push off of this tree, the base of it. And basically, long story short, I get wrapped up in the branches of the tree underwater. I know I'm by myself. I'm also holding my breath. I'm also now at this point running out of air, as in I'm holding my breath and my body is like, like trying to take those breaths. And I have this ripcord on my chest, which is really cool about our vest is you have a ripcord on your chest. There's a CO2 tank. It punctures that tank, and then your vest fills up with air, and it turns into like a legitimate aired up life jacket, it sends you to the surface. The only problem with this is I'm in an overhead environment now. So I have branches over me, branches around me, and if I pull that vest, now I'm floating into the branches and I will be permanently stuck at that point in time. I cannot exit easily because now I'm inflated, right?
Right.
So it's like I have to get out of this tree, then rip that cord to the surface. The problem is I'm stuck in the tree and I'm like trying to fight my way out.
And at the time, I'm pretty sure it was more than just one tree. It was a combined 1, 2, or 2 there was like little trees by it that you were stuck in.
Yeah, I mean, imagine a forest. Like one tree doesn't just grow in the middle of anywhere, right? Like there's a bunch of trees. So I get really lucky and I just know that I can't go up and I only have to go out, and I find the base of the tree and I push out away from the tree, rip my rip cord, and I float to the surface and get my first breath of air. And that was the very first time I almost legitimately drowned underwater because I got stuck in a tree on Possum Kingdom trying to film a Googan bait, which you all know and love now, and you just catch 10-pounders on a regular basis.
I would have saved you.
You weren't there necessarily. You were there, but you were at like the surface.
Yeah, where you came to, where you would have probably like passed out, I would have got you.
Well, I appreciate that, dog. Thanks for saving me, dog.
For sure. I would have sucked that water out.
Of where?
Your throat.
My boy.
boy. Yeah,
I appreciate you. My boy. I appreciate you. T, have you ever had because now obviously the title is so good. You're going to whip up a thumbnail for us. By the way, Tristan's been doing our thumbnails and we have to have me like underwater now, I guess, like just panicking for the thumbnail. Yeah, that's a good look.
No, I think I already have a picture for you.
But anyways, what is it?
You with the life vest on.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
I love it.
Got it.
Have you ever had a moment that was life-threatening underwater?
Yeah.
There's snoring still going on.
Yeah, there is. We're going to have to talk fast. So we do this thing called riverboarding. And if you follow our Instagrams, there'll be links in the description below.
Yeah.
Plug. No, on a serious note, we post this on our story, but we've never really posted a video about it. There might be like 1 or 2 on the internet.
Yeah, for sure.
Why are you pulling?
I just feel like I'm like the only one doing this here.
I'm doing it with you, bro.
That's what I'm talking about. So
visually, you understand what's going on. Audio.
Now you know.
Now you know. We drinking, babe.
One day we're
gonna have merch is like we drinking, baby.
One day we're gonna post in the title a drunk podcast, and people are gonna be like, so dude, a regular podcast.
Yeah, y'all are.
We're not really drunk. We're just
on a serious note. Some of you guys have seen it, but most of you have not. We do this thing called riverboarding. It's one of the funnest things that we freaking like to do.
There's a standing wave in Columbus, Georgia.
If you don't know what a standing wave is, it means you can kind of surf and
be in the same place.
It says surfed.
Well, it's okay.
You can surf.
I'm not gonna judge you.
So we can surf and
the wave stays in the same place.
Yeah, it's in a river
because it's a river.
It's a river. It's not like a wave in Hawaii or Florida or whatever.
Right.
So this wave is just constantly crashing. There's a lot of whitewater rafters that come down it, but we didn't figure it out. Jake and his buddies figured out that you could surf it and you could riverboard it.
Yeah. Basically bodyboarding or boogie boarding for like our ocean people. Hardcore boogie board.
Hardcore boogie board with handles.
Yep. You can just lay on it and just
jump
stay
into
in there
the wave
as long
and
as you
jump
want.
around. And it is the funnest thing, but it also is one of the most dangerous things.
Correct.
That we kind of, I don't know if we don't take it for granted, but we're so comfortable in it. I think we need to kind of have a little
reality check.
A reality check.
Yeah.
And I've had that because in the beginning, when we first started, the wave was way bigger than it ever was.
It's controlled by a dam.
It's controlled by a dam. And so daily, the wave will get bigger and lower.
Based on how much water they let out on that day.
So this day was huge. And it's a standing wave because it keeps you in it. And if you're listening to this, you can imagine my hands rolling over like it's like a washer machine.
Well, yes. Okay.
It's like a washer machine. Mm-hmm. And you're riding this wave. And when you get pushed out of the wave and fall out and you have to paddle out and you come back. And if you want to get back in the wave, you jump back in the wave.
Correct.
This time, my board fell out.
Yep.
The board got stuck in the wave.
Are you connected to the board with a cable, like a leash?
Yes.
Okay.
And so now I am getting pulled back into the wave because I'm connected by my wrist.
And your board is still continuing to fall in the wave.
To freaking
stuck in the
wash
the wave.
machine.
Got it.
So I'm wash machining in this wave. And it got to the point where I was like, this is it. I didn't have that like moment where I was like, oh man, I was thinking about this, thinking about that. I was genuinely only thinking about my last breath. How can I get it? I was not trying to die. I was like, obviously no one, I mean, wasn't.
Unlike my story and your story, my story is like, okay, I got to think about this now. Your story is imagine someone taking you and shaking you as hard as they can while you're underwater.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially like, this is the best way to describe it. I was in a wash machine full of water, and it's tumbling me, and I'm hoping that it lets me out. And I know that it should, but it wasn't.
Water's powerful, man.
That's what, and what's super sad about this area is there's probably 5 to 10 people that die every year in this spot.
That's why we have to wear the life jackets.
Yeah. 5 to 10 people die in this area because they do not respect the water.
Or they're just unaware.
Or they're unaware. Well, and I think that's a thing that lines up with respect. I don't think, and you know, and so
I know what you mean.
So, dude, I was tumbling. I was like reaching for the surface, and I didn't know where it was. I didn't know where it were, up or down, wherever. Yeah. And thankfully, it just spit me out. And I think that time frame was about 2 to 5 seconds, but it felt like 30 to a minute.
Yeah.
I don't know what that time frame was, but it felt like a long time that
everything
I was underwater.
Slows down, dude.
Yep.
Everything slows down.
So that we've both had some near-death experiences as far as underwater.
Yeah.
And
this would be a great question for Jake too.
No, absolutely.
Well, we're gonna have Jake on the podcast.
A lot of
we haven't asked him yet because as of when we started, he was living in the Bahamas and now he's like living in the Florida Keys, and we're in Texas.
He's loving it.
Did we even say we're in Texas right now? We just said we're with the Googans. We're in Texas right now.
We're in Texas.
So, but eventually we're gonna have Jake on.
If you've been watching the podcast, you know that we've been in Texas for the first few podcasts. But if this is your first one, we are in Texas, Possum Kingdom.
Well, either way, I want to ask Jake this, and I'd hope he'd come on.
No, absolutely.
I don't know why he wouldn't.
He doesn't have a choice. He's coming.
Yeah, he's coming on. We're gonna hold him hostage.
All right, we got to cut these cameras because we don't have a camera guy right now.
But I'd be interested to know because I don't really know Jake's. I don't know Jake's.
I think he has some pretty crazy stories.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Because he used to live in Cali and surfing and great white sharks. And
I would bet surfing would probably be one of his worst. All right, we're gonna cut these cameras. We'll be right back to you guys. Can I bring us back in with the music?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. No, we can't.
Why?
It's a first and a last thing.
It's a special thing. I
guess.
You
want to, we can program this to have some bring back music.
Like da-na-na-na. All right, guys.
Yeah, we can definitely.
Yeah, we'll program it. I like it. Okay, so I think Tristan set up our intro on our first half. By the way, if you guys have watched the podcast at all, you know every 30 minutes we have to reset the cameras or else we
haven't figured that out.
Honestly, it's some rookie podcast shit that's going on here. Anyway, Tristan brought us in with the intro, so I'm going to bring us in with the second half. I'm coming in second string here. Tristan has been researching. We had a last minute pod here, as you guys can see. It's just all over the place. But this is what happens when you do remote pods. You don't have all your talking points set up, and you don't really got like your podcast studio set up. All this is just makeshift run and gun. But what we do have control over are some random questions, which seem to be a dime a dozen. And I think Tristan's got quite a few that we're going to expand on. So what's the deal here?
Yeah, I'm just going to ask some questions, bro.
Okay, sweet. These are always kind of fun.
All right. So,
nice.
Why is it called a building when it's already built?
Building. Ooh.
Because building is a verb, as in you are doing something.
Correct.
You're in the action of building something. But a building has already been built.
Because you got a builder who builds.
Yeah.
You got a build, which is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be building is the thing. And then you have a build.
It should just be a build.
A build.
Yeah, I'm going to the build.
Damn.
We messed up our vocab.
You know, there's a comedian who says a joke about like fruits, like when they were naming fruits or like naming things for the first time. They're like, this fruit is orange. What should we call it? Orange. Nice. And then they saw carrots and they were like, what should we call these? Long pointies? But then they just called them carrots. I don't know. It's obviously way funnier when a comedian says his own joke, but you see what I'm saying?
You know what's
there?
super funny? Is that we stayed at Lunker's house last night because we were filming the podcast. It was just easier to just stay there than go get a hotel. And we were like, let's save the Goog some money.
Yeah, of course.
Because they pretty much pay for everything when
They take care of us, man.
Yeah.
They're daddies.
So we stayed at Lunker's.
Right.
And
I don't know where you're going with this. Where
he had this room that has like all these TVs in it for like football and whatever. You can watch different.
It's like a man cave.
Yeah, it's a man cave for sure with this big couch. And me and Brandon were like, oh, dude, we could sleep on this couch and watch TV. And blah, blah, blah. Well, it ended up that we had one extra bed. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a good night's rest. I'm going to go and sleep in this bed. Yeah. And then I get all my stuff ready. I'm about to go get in the shower and get in bed and get ready for bed. Yeah. And my little buddy Brandon comes over and he's like, Tristan, can I sleep with you?
Dude, you know what's crazy?
Which is not weird. Dude, that's never been weird for me.
I always sleep with dudes.
Not with you. You're different.
That's it.
No, on a serious note. Bro, I'm telling you, me and my best friend Dalton,
to this day.
To this day.
Well, that needs to be our sound button. To this day.
If we weren't married, we would still, he's married, I'm married.
Dude, you remember when you were like, you said you had two dads and it sounded like.
We'll get into that. So, oh man, till we were 22, 23 years old, bro.
Yeah.
We would go hunting. If you guys have been paying attention to the pod, the pooping story, that's Dalton. And we would sleep in the same bed together. And there would be another bed available or another couch. And that is just something that we've done since we were kids. And it was nothing that we thought about. And I'm a very open person, so I don't care. Like if you need to sleep with me or I need to sleep with you, it doesn't matter. We got to sleep. That's the thing. Sure. That's the goal.
For sure.
But what's super funny is we got done with the podcast. Yeah. We freaking take our showers. We're all nice and clean. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's right.
That's the only way I do it.
That's right.
That's right.
Watch TikToks. And we started watching TikToks.
Yeah. Well, we were getting our info for the pod.
Well, also that, but it's also super weird. Okay, like for all my homies and all my girls, me and my wife do this. I don't know if you and your girl do this. This is super interesting because I know one of my other buddies does this. You can't be watching multiple TikToks at the same time.
No, it's just too distracting.
All going on.
Yeah.
So you pick somebody's phone and you start watching TikToks on that.
Yeah.
And that's what we did last night.
It's an enjoyable experience.
I'm pretty sure my head was on your shoulder like this. I don't know if you noticed or not, but we were just watching TikToks.
But at the same time, like, it's also not like I was just like, yo, can we stay together? It was like me sleep on a couch.
No, it was either sleep on a couch or a good bed.
But no. It wasn't even, it was a nice couch.
Dude, quit defending yourself right now, bro.
Well, I'm saying it was like also like Lunker's podcast, which he was going to be working on, was he would have to pass us, and it's like, want to be respectful.
He was waking up at like 5 a.m. to go on and do it.
We didn't go to bed till 3:30.
So it was just like, can I just sleep in here? Which is understandable.
But I want to say a long time ago, but it really, like in the scope of lifetime, it really wasn't that long ago. It's like we traveled together all the time. We still do. I think you and I have just continued this. We're great friends.
Yeah.
And we've like traveled, done a lot together.
This is past like a friendship thing. It's like brother
relationship. Like, okay, brotherhood. Yeah. Definitely brotherhood.
Yeah.
All right, guys, welcome back to another banger podcast.
This is what he meant to do. This is what he meant to do. That was good. I remember
that was nice. Nice job. But
no. So we were just watching TikToks and it was funny as crap.
Well, I want to say like it's not weird because you and I have traveled a lot together.
You don't have to say it's not weird because I don't care what people think. It's not freaking weird.
No, I want to say this because this is kind of cool.
That, you know?
Like, who?
What's their names?
You got their number? Why are
we inviting them over?
No, I want to get this point off. This is a good point. It's like you and I have traveled a lot. We've done a lot of like adventures and stuff together. And it's like a lot of times like to save money or budget. It's like, dude, when we were staying in the Googan house for the very first time, you and I stayed on the same couch every single night because we didn't want to like stay in any other person's room because even though we had the house to ourselves,
didn't want to be disrespectful,
right? And so,
but also,
dude,
like, the couch was huge.
Yeah, it was huge. But I mean, you were spooning me. No, I'm kidding. I'm completely kidding.
We did sleep naked.
No,
on a serious.
That was only twice. People are not gonna know
like,
today.
What? Yeah,
you know what's like embarrassing?
Okay.
What's embarrassing is our manager Matilda. I don't know if she's listened to a single pod, but I feel like if this was the one she listened to, she'd be like, "I signed up for the wrong."
She's like this
one.
Oh.
Nice. Dude, we got snoring in the background
bro.
so hard right now. You know your podcast is hella boring when you got people just snoring 20 foot to the left of you, dude.
It's 1:29 in the morning.
Yeah,
Everybody's
these guys have been
5.
grinding. It is true. It is true. All right. Well, you've got a lot of stuff in your phone here, so let's go ahead and dig into.
Yeah, this is gonna be super random.
Else. I think that's fine. That's what I did a week ago.
I took a shower last night.
Okay.
I was pretty clean.
Okay.
I dropped the soap on the floor. Could be a bad thing. Could be a good thing.
Depending on
Depending on who you're around.
Or depending on who you're around.
Yeah.
Nice. All right,
on a serious note.
Got it. Cool.
If the soap smells good and it tastes nasty, then how do we not know if doo-doo tastes like candy?
What? Oh my God. What? If the soap smells good but tastes bad,
yeah,
how do we not know that things that
doo-doo
taste bad?
No.
Wait, how do we not know that things that smell bad don't taste good?
Yeah, like doo-doo.
Damn, bro.
You ever ate doo-doo? I've never ate doo-doo.
What are some other things that smell good but taste bad? I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. Smell
perfume.
Good. Oh, perfume does smell good.
Gas.
Taste bad. Like sunscreen.
Sunscreen smells good. Candles. Like, dude, a lot of stuff that smells good tastes bad. And not half. I think like a certain amount. I don't want to sound stupid again, like the whale eyes and stuff.
37% of items.
There's a percentage of your smell that contributes to your taste. That's why when you get That's why when you get a freaking clogged nose, you can't taste as well.
I have one right now.
Yeah. But anyways, like you know how like when you see a police officer, you're like, oh, gotta slow down, kind of scared.
Yeah.
But you haven't done anything wrong,
right?
Do you think like regular dogs see police dogs and think, oh shit, cops?
It's kind of funny.
Do you think? Dude, I think Press knows.
I don't think my dog has ever seen a cop dog.
I think he'd attack a cop dog.
I think my dog's just trying to play. He's just like, hey, buddy.
Fun. This is fun.
Yeah, I think that's what my dog thinks.
But
what do you think dogs think about when we're gone, dude? I've watched my dog just stare at stuff just like this. Look. Content.
Yeah.
But also is like, does he have the capability to have deep thoughts? Because he has extreme visible emotions.
So listen, this is what I think. And this is what I know. I'm a scientist. So dogs, right? They can remember.
That's my dog.
They can remember people.
Yep.
They can remember homes.
Yep.
They obviously know their home and stuff like that. And
my dog, when I drive.
Bro, can I finish my conversation?
Yeah, I was just trying to extend to get us to an hour.
They remember stuff, and they all have different personalities.
They do.
Right?
Yeah.
Dogs and a lot of other animals don't have a perception of time because they've never seen a clock. Have you seen this study?
Ooh.
Listen to this.
We are getting deep.
Yeah. Listen to this study.
It's interesting.
There was a person that was in a cave, or a black area. It was completely dark. They couldn't see anything. They had no concept of time. They had no concept of day or night.
I have something for this too.
So that's what I'm saying. Let me finish this with dogs, and then you can go into that, right?
Yeah.
So dogs have no perception of time. So as soon as you leave, you're gone.
Yep.
And they're waiting on you because you're their master. They love you.
Yeah.
You know?
You're their person.
Yeah. It's like every time I see you, if I miss you, I'm just like, oh, when's Brandon coming back? Yeah. I don't know. Oh, he's back.
No, it's kind of like
know?
when you order a package and it says it'll be here in 5 days. And you're like, all right, 5 days. All right, 4 days left. Oh my gosh. All right.
Yeah, but they don't have that.
Forever,
they don't have
but
that.
they don't know.
They don't have that ticking time bomb.
It's just when the package
It's
comes
just like,
to the
oh,
door,
he's
they're
back.
like,
Oh,
it's here.
Dude, you just left. You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
You ever had that moment where you just went to Hawaii 2 weeks ago?
Wow. Yeah.
You were gone for about 2 weeks,
3 weeks.
but it went by like that.
You know
what
what's
I mean?
crazy too is while I was there, I was like, wow, this has lasted forever. These days are so long. And
then
then I
it's-
mentally
then you're-
knew
then you're
when
home.
when I got home, it was going to feel like it just went away so fast. And
Then
now I'm editing and I'm like, I don't even barely remember doing
Dude,
that.
listen, I do this thing is super messed up. When me and Kinsey go
I
on
know what
trips,
it
I
is.
did it to you.
Yeah.
When me and Kinsey go on trips, this is kind of like what you did to me the other night about the game.
Oh, I just lost the game again.
You just lost the game. All you guys lost the game.
Yeah. Sorry.
I do this thing and it messes. I always do it.
Did we just get a whole mango pack? Like, what did we just take out the entire mango colony in the refrigerator? What is this?
It was a 24 pack, so there's 6 of them instead of 3.
Jeez, dude. There's 4 mangoes sitting on this table.
So listen to this.
All right, got it.
So I do this thing before we go on trips, and it really, really sucks because it ruins my trip.
What is it?
I do this thing where it's okay if you can play the game like we've been playing the game. Like
Right.
all of you have been playing the game until now. I do this thing where if you go on a trip, I snap before the trip starts. Like we're going to Texas, I snap.
Yep.
I'll look at Brandon or I'll look at Kinsey or whoever I'm with and I'll snap like this. And I say, remember that.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, the first time I ever did it to you, you're like, what?
Yeah.
And then we were there. The first time we were in Texas, we were there for 2 weeks. We drove 14.
We did a lot.
15 hours there.
It's always we drove, but it's Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon drove.
I drove.
He was a great
every
driver.
time. Thanks.
And then we get back home. We get back to our apartment, and I snap again, and you're like, oh my gosh.
It's like an instant reset
we just
button.
freaking teleported.
Yeah.
Isn't that nuts?
It's an instant reset button. Yeah, it's pretty weird. It is weird. It's
Time is just
when you're in the moment, like this podcast right now. Well, also, we've been going for over 45 minutes, and it doesn't even feel like 10.
no.
You know? Can you imagine we've been talking for 45 minutes?
No. I have
Also-
another thing that's kind of crazy to hear about. Go ahead.
I want to
Keep
touch
going.
this.
Keep going.
So you mentioned that when someone has no spatial awareness of time, they really cannot grasp how long it's been.
Correct.
I have 2 perfect examples of this.
Okay.
There was a boat that sunk in the ocean.
Right.
Everyone died on the boat, but there was a cook that made it to an air pocket on the boat. There's loud snoring happening in the background.
Yeah, super loud.
It's getting progressively more loud. But
We have to keep pushing on.
Yes. He lived in the bottom of this boat for, I think it was 3 days. Scuba divers came down to do body recovery,
Yeah.
which is pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
And they found him. There's this iconic video on YouTube. Have you seen it?
No.
I'll show it to you.
He's alive?
He's alive. He reaches down and grabs the diver, and
the
it freaks the
diver's like,
diver
"Oh,
out.
yeah."
The diver's recording, it freaks him out.
Yeah.
But he's like, "Oh my god!" And they pop up, and the dude is like, he thought he had been, mind you, he had been underwater for 3 days. He had thought he had been in there for maybe 6 to 8 hours. 6 to 8 hours. He was in there for 72 hours. He had no concept of time. So it's like, imagine if you're gone for 3 hours, your dog thinks it's like 15 minutes
Or less.
or less.
Dude, Presley will sit there with his nose on the door like this. If you're listening, my nose is on the mic. And he'll just sit there, bro.
Yeah.
And just wait till I get back. And I feel so bad when I get back. But then I have to remember that He doesn't
Maybe
know
he's
how
just
long
chilling.
he's just chilling. That's where he's comfortable.
But it's also like that's what he's used to too.
Yeah.
It's like we kind of know what's going on. I think about that with my dog all the time. Like right now, my dog's at home with my girl, and I'm just like, wow, I'm sure he misses me so much.
But it's just whatever it's in front of them.
Yeah.
They don't miss you. They love you so much that when they see you, it's like, dude, he's here.
I'm sure they miss you though.
No, I think they can. I know Presley has bad anxiety.
Yeah.
Which is super weird for a dog. I guess I don't even know if that's
Got
the
it
right
from
term.
his daddy?
Definitely. I don't know if I don't like naming things.
Yeah.
Like if
I feel you though. You don't have to go into it.
I putting a name with it. But either way, like he'll definitely be sad for a few days or whatever dogs get, you know?
Another example of the time, the kids that were stuck in this tunnel in, I don't want to get the country wrong. I thought it was Thailand. I could be wrong. I watched a documentary on it. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Where people had to go in, like U.S. divers had to go in, dive through this cave and extract these kids. They actually had to put them to sleep with, what do you get when you get surgery that puts you to sleep?
I have no idea.
Oh, gosh, there's a word
But that
for
stuff's crazy.
it starts with anesthesia.
Anesthesia.
They had to inject them with anesthesia, put them to sleep, put them in full face mask, and zip tied their hands behind their back in case they woke up. They couldn't rip their mask off and suffocate themselves.
Underwater.
Correct.
Not suffocate. They would drown.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, they had to hog tie these kids after they injected them with anesthesia and get them out.
Yeah.
But it took them weeks to be able to even reach these kids and find out they're alive. And they had thought they had been in there for a couple days. It had been weeks.
Yeah.
So it's like, it basically just talks to that point. It's like, if you don't have this awareness or this like digital number, like mind you, we've been recording on this button for 49 minutes and we could see that. We've been recording the second part for 19 minutes and we could see that. But if we didn't see those, I would be like, how long have we been? 10 minutes maybe?
Know. You wouldn't know.
Just wouldn't know. It's kind of a good
that's like
example.
Yeah, no. Like, even if it's dark, it's very hard to tell time.
It is.
You have no reference. The sun is an amazing reference because everyone knows when the sun is highest in the sky, it's around 12 o'clock.
It's noon.
Yeah, it's noon. Yeah. When it starts to go down, you know slightly as if the sun is cresting the horizon, depending on what time of year it is, you know what time it is.
Even tells you what direction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what's super you could keep going on this.
No, it's really interesting. I love this rabbit hole, but I feel like we've got a couple more. So what's the next guy we got here?
Why is it that babies are in a womb for 9 months?
Oh gosh, dude.
Right? They're in there for 9 months being created and whatever else they developed.
Right.
They're getting ready to be a whole human. Like at one point we was babies.
Yeah.
You know, it's super crazy.
Yeah.
We had to learn walk, eat, talk, drive.
Yeah.
Match clothes. Still don't know how. Stuff like that. But why isn't a baby 9 months old whenever it comes out?
I've heard that before. It gets messy.
I don't think that's messy at all.
Because conception, and then it's like, okay, well, I was born early. I was born at 7 months. And so it's like you're 7 months old coming out.
Okay.
But then it's like, when exactly did you conceive? And then what's your conception date versus your birth date? Right. Everybody's celebrating their conception date.
You're not, whenever you say your birthday,
right?
That literally means
the
birth.
Right.
Out the.
Yeah. Somebody said they just poop them out today. Remember what was that conversation?
Yeah, I think my wife will poop our babies out. I think it'll be easy.
She farts a lot?
Dude, no, I've had some like big poops and I feel like
do you think you could handle pooping out a baby?
Absolutely.
This is the weirdest podcast.
You hand me some dude wipes, I poop a baby out.
Today's video is sponsored by us because no one actually will sponsor us.
Bro, how come your nose runs and your feet smells?
Whoa! Your nose run.
Your nose runs.
And your feet smell. Yeah, because I guess if your feet ran, and your nose smelled, that would just make too much damn sense.
But your feet do be running. And your nose
Do be smelling.
do be smelling.
Damn. I don't know. It's a weird
But
one.
why is it?
Potato, bro. I have no answer for you here. I didn't invent. Also, how do you think languages started?
Dude, I don't know.
Like, how do you think people were like agreeing that certain enunciations meant different things? Isn't that weird? Like, how did we get to that point?
Bro.
Like, how do you mean? Okay, let's just have an example here, okay? Yes, no.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do I explain to you that this means yes, which means I accept, but you're giving me a thumbs up? That doesn't exist.
This might be a universal.
But that doesn't exist yet.
This means go up and scuba dive.
And this means go down.
And when I was getting scuba certified, they'd be like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah,
and I'd be like, "Yes."
You have to
and
do.
he's like, "No, it's okay." And I'm like,
Right.
"Yes." Okay, Daddy. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Okay, Daddy.
Okay, Dad. All right, that's actually pretty funny. For the audio listeners, Tristan put like the thumbs up means I need to go up. I need to surf. It's kind of like an emergency thing.
Yeah.
And the okay sign, which is the circle with the index and
With
the
the
thumb.
3 fingers.
With the 3 fingers up, that means I'm okay. And when someone says, hey, are you good? Tristan was giving the thumbs up, which
means
to him,
I need to go up.
which to him meant, yes, I'm good, thumbs up. But to the instructor, it means I need to get to the surface. So that's actually pretty funny.
It's really hard for me to comprehend.
Imagine if you weren't doing good and you were like, thumbs down. And they're like, you want to go deeper?
Oh, let's go deeper.
Let's go deeper.
Dude.
That's actually pretty funny.
It was very funny. And that was, I had been prior. This is such a tangent. But prior to getting scuba certified, we actually both got scuba certified in Hawaii.
Just years apart.
Because it takes so much time to get scuba certified here.
Yeah.
But it takes like a day and a half, 2 days in Hawaii.
I want to give a shout out to my local scuba shop. Can I do that?
Yeah,
I
go
just
ahead.
heard a giant snore in the
Yeah, you
background.
can.
Off the wall adventure. We're both muted. He was muting me out. Off the wall adventures, they hooked me up with all my air and everything, but they scuba certified me so fast, bro. And the reason what Tristan was
this double scuba certification.
I got
Yeah, you got different stuff.
I got difference. But anyway, he was saying it just takes a long time to do it in a traditional place. In Hawaii, it's like built in. You can get
just do it
all your
fast.
dives
So
done. It's
so
like the
that's
fast track,
what I was trying to say was I had been diving for 3 years without being scuba certified because you guys taught me everything. I knew everything.
Yeah.
And I kind of went into that program like, hey,
You knew everything except the thumbs up.
thumb stuff, bro. So we sat in the pool for 30 minutes. Like he's like we would come up and he like, dude, thumbs up means go up. Thumbs down means go down. Okay is okay. That means you're good.
Yeah,
and he really had to walk me through it multiple
Yeah.
times. We went up to the surface 3 or 4 times.
Oh,
he's like, go up. Look. He's like, go up. If you're listening to this, I'm doing my thumbs up. He's like, go up, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
That's actually really funny.
I'm good.
That's pretty funny.
He's like, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And I just thumbs up. That means go up. And yeah, it was bad.
That's pretty funny, man. Do you have anything else for us?
We need to end this on a good one, so let's cut this.
My name Kodak Black, but when you see me, I'm white.
No.
Dude, that is the funniest thing going on TikTok right now. And I have to ask you, we're going to be ending this podcast very shortly. But I have to ask you, what is your talk? Do you have a talk? If you guys are new to the podcast, I feel like I say this every time. If you guys are new to the podcast, we do at least this segment on every single podcast where it's what's your talk. Everybody knows TikTok has the craziest algorithm. It sends you exactly what you want to see, and it sends you a lot of crazy stuff on the way to see what kind of stuff you're interested in. And you end up on some weird tangents every now and then. So we do this thing mostly with all our guests of what's your talk, and it's kind of funny to see what people's TikTok is like. So do you have anything right now?
I don't really have anything.
I got something pretty good.
I don't have anything like really cool. I've like, dude, I've been having the most random freaking funny videos, and it's not like a certain trend.
Mine has been very geared towards spring break. So I don't know when this actual podcast is airing because, as you guys know, we film all of these day in, day out for about a week, and then we sprinkle them out throughout the month to get you guys by until the next time we meet. So that's why this month is all remote, because this week is our remote podcast. But my TikTok is very spring break oriented because that's what's going on right now. Do you know a tradition on spring break, like on the beaches? Football drills.
Oh, I forgot about these.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes. They're laying down in the sand.
They're laying down on their backs.
And someone says go.
And they roll over. One of them has the football.
It's a certain drill in football. What is it called? Oh,
it's like tackle drills, dude.
No. It's a certain drill.
Right. Well, maybe in the comments they can let us know.
Nah, I'm going to look it up.
But
go ahead. Keep it going.
I want to talk about it. So basically, both people are laying on their backs, right? One of them has the football. One of them does not. The person with the football, the object is to get past the person. You run them over. You run past them. You
Oklahoma drill.
Oklahoma drill. Why does that sound so right?
Maybe that's it. I don't know.
It sounds right.
But either way, dude, one person has the ball, and they're both laying down.
Right. The person with the ball, their object is to juke out that person or straight run them over, get past the defender.
Dude, no,
the defender
right now. There's no juking.
Well,
it's who's bigger, bro.
The defender's job is to tackle the person with the ball. That's their only job. Yeah. Dude.
And then the crowd's job is just to go crazy
just to hype them
whatever happens.
Dude, the best though is like these people are lit.
Oh yeah.
They are lit.
They've had a few claws.
They are volunteering.
Oh,
they don't play football, Tristan.
Some of these people might.
Mine's all girls. Like girls doing it, which is brutal.
No,
There's a girl that's literally picking other girls up and slamming them onto their backs.
Haven't seen that, but I've mainly seen dudes, and that's what
what you look for.
This has been happening for years.
No, it's a tradition.
Yeah, it's a spring break tradition.
It's like a weird
Gotta
tradition.
be PCB.
Yeah, no, it for sure is.
For sure.
Which,
PCB.
by the way, I drove through Panama City Beach on the way to Texas.
What'd you do there?
Huh? No, I drove through it.
What would you do?
I wish I would have done some Oklahoma drills. I know exactly what moves to run. I've been studying these TikToks.
Dude, I think you would get clobbered.
I probably would.
Anyways.
It would make a great talk, though.
We can do it.
You and I?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. Because sometimes you get lucky.
No,
sometimes
absolutely.
like the smaller guy gets lucky. But actually, it's interesting because I have a lower
center of gravity. I mean...
Yeah. So I might get lucky, but you also have like probably more power.
Yeah. I wrestled for a long time.
Yeah.
So I know the angles. I know how I need to take you down.
Yeah.
But dude, what's crazy is there's been guys that I've seen from personal experience, or not really personal experience, but personal experience on TikTok. I've seen some like really huge dudes and some like mediocre guys the mediocre guys, it was like they were farm freaking raised.
Dude,
on
farm
corn,
strong is a real thing.
And they just freaking lay these boys out like nothing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe...
You're a country boy, though. You know, I do think there's a difference between farm strong and gym strong.
No, absolutely.
Dude, gym strong is you're doing a specific weight for a specific muscle to allow it to grow.
Right.
Farm strong is you are doing a job that requires your muscles. So it's very different. It's like, imagine like we're doing like lat pull downs or whatever for our back, right? But a farm guy is grabbing 50-pound bags and tossing them onto the trailer. And he might do that 200 times. And then he's going to grab 40 bales of hay and that are 35 pounds a piece, and then
if you subtract that,
those or whatever, right?
What do you get?
Farm strong.
Yeah.
Mathematics.
No, I think I'd rather be farm strong than anything.
Yeah.
But
I would honestly rather just be strong right now.
But hold on, listen. You ever remember hearing about like man strength?
Yeah.
There's a big difference.
It's in your handshake.
No, it's definitely in your handshake.
What do you do when you shake a girl's hand though?
Oh, I'm very polite.
Are you like you're here? Okay,
yes.
That is the biggest thing. By the way, audio
my wife
listeners
does not like that.
My girl lets me know about dudes that shake her hand with man strength.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful. You're supposed to be polite.
I see that, but my wife thinks that it's disrespectful when men don't shake her hand.
No.
Not firm.
No.
But like it's not that. When I touch a woman's hand, I grab their fingers and I lift them up.
Right.
Right.
Why am I the woman in this situation?
Little. but my wife, she wants, when you shake her hand, she wants grip.
She wants brotherhood.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think it's so different everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like the yes ma'am, no ma'am thing.
You know what's the worst?
Some people don't.
When you go to do one of these.
Bro.
Give me one. Give me one.
Oh, you want to dap me up?
Yeah.
And then you're...
No.
The guys that don't get it.
When you go to dab somebody up and then they go to one of these.
Shake your hand, you're like, but you can read it off someone.
Well, that's the thing is like, if you are at, I'm trying to give the audio people listening, Tristan and I are shaking hands right now. If you're at a horizontal 90-degree perpendicular from the floor or parallel to the floor, that's a handshake. If you are at a 45-degree angle upward.
If you raise the elbow, if the elbow sees the sunlight,
you're
dapping you up.
You're
yes,
getting
sir.
dapped.
Hey, nice to meet you, bro.
Dap, a little snap at the end.
But I can always read a guy, and you can always see the guy. You know the guys that freaking, I don't know if they're worried about what they are, who they are, but they go to shake your hand. I'm shaking Brandon's hand, and I squeeze the tips of his fingers before you can shake the hands. Pisses me off. It's like, bro, open the hand, meet at the center of the grip.
That's where it needs
squeeze.
to be. If
I have my hand all the way open until we hit thumbs.
I agree. The thumbs stop the hand.
You could stop right there.
Right. And then you can transition to upwards.
Boom.
And then boom.
And then snap.
Oh,
yeah, think about it. You going for a handshake.
Right.
If you keep your thumb, fingers grabbed.
You don't like that. Yeah, no, the
but
finger
if
grab
you
is
go
not the
in
move.
for thumbs, you can turn it into anything. Oh, I feel that movement.
Right.
Like right here. Hold on. Like what am I doing right here? I go up.
Oh, you're going up.
Oh.
So we're
I'm
doing
grabbing.
it. Oh, we're butterfly effect in here.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's a big deal. Handshakes are also weird because you
that's
don't
P
know.
And so not P. There's a major difference.
Exactly. You don't know until the presentation.
Oh, yeah.
You do not know until the presentation. And when you get to one of these where the thumbs stop, and it
when do you start squeezing?
Well,
I think I start squeezing when I feel the back of their hand.
Yeah, it's the pinky pressure.
I can't be that guy.
It's the pinky pressure.
I will never be the guy that catches you off guard and grabs your fingers.
Yeah,
the tips.
I don't like that.
I'm not grabbing tips.
No, you're grabbing full.
Oh, I'm going deep.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the difference between the men and the boys, ladies and gentlemen.
Go deep in your handshake, boys and girls. Well, girls, it depends on what you like. If you want to go deep, you got to go deep. I mean, you can go deep.
You can do whatever you want.
Handshakes.
It's 2022.
Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't matter. I think it's all a preference, but...
Look, this podcast has been an interesting one.
All over the place.
We told you we're going to do banger boys only. Then we're going to do guests. Then we're going to do banger boys. We're going to do guests. So far, this month, we did the Lunkers Boat Banger Boy edition.
Yep.
Very first remote podcast.
Sick.
Super dope.
Yeah.
I think people really love that. I haven't read the comments because we actually haven't posted that yet as of what or
but
recording
if
this.
Everything keeps up how it's been,
yeah,
all the love and support, we know you guys love it.
Absolutely. We did the Speak the Truth podcast set for the Banger podcast with Lunkers TV. Incredible pod, by the way. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Super random as well.
Yeah, it was just kind of all over the place. Also unprepared. We're just not, we're not here to make podcasts. We're here to film with the Googans, and on the back end we're making the podcast, so we're just unprepared.
We're really, it's really hard because imagine going to work all day and then saying...
It's also now 2 o'clock in the morning, and by the way, Tristan and I stayed up till 3:50 in the morning. So it's like we're really not getting that much sleep.
And I'm sure some people don't care. But
no, I guarantee people love us just talking.
No. I guarantee some people don't care. But for the people that are still watching and do care, right after this, we're going to download the footage. We're going to sit around, maybe have a few more drinks. And then
it's going to take another hour.
Dude, we're going to be up till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. And we have to wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, which is not really early. But when you go to bed at 4 o'clock.
We have to be at breakfast at 8.
So we got to wake up at...
By the way, it's like 10 minutes away. So we got to wake up.
So, but we want to be just like kind of transparent with you guys. And
yeah, there's no need to hide it. I think it's kind of cool what we're doing. We're ripping podcasts, grinding our asses off, and uploading them throughout the whole month.
And this is genuinely just for you guys, because we usually when we come to the Googan weeks, it's film Googan podcast.
Yeah, it's
drink and have good times with the boys.
All cameras off on our end. It's all cameras on Googan.
So
this
that's nothing on you guys, but we really wanted to keep up the content and try to keep posting these 2 videos a week.
Yeah, the Monday Thursday thing right now is we're completely on track, and we're really trying our best here. So we really hope you guys appreciate it. The love and support in the comment section has been so nuts. We've been trying to come out of the gate so hot for you guys with the podcast, and we've really noticed the guys only ones are pretty easy because they're just hanging out talking. I don't know.
Banger Boys Only is great.
We had no talking points, but next podcast, if this was uploaded on Monday, the next podcast will be Thursday. If this was uploaded on Thursday, the next podcast will be Monday. So every Monday and Thursday, we post around 5 to 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's our schedule right now. Next podcast could be, we're going to film it in the morning, but it could be the Dangle Daddy himself.
And I think we're going to open up these doors and you can literally see the cliff behind us.
No, I mean, we're going to change up the set a little bit. Right now, it's late as hell. I mean, this is like, it also looks really cool this way. This is like a super kind of cool set. I don't know why we put you guys in the glass. I'm sorry if you watch the whole pod. But
how about this?
We appreciate it.
How about this?
Tell us.
We love you guys.
We do?
Genuinely.
Yeah.
All the banger boys, banger girls. Go ahead. Think that shit. All the banger boys, all the banger girls, thank you for listening, streaming in, audio, video, YouTube.
Can I take us home?
Dude, take us home.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening, watching, viewing, subscribing, leaving those comments on the Apple Podcast app. We truly appreciate you guys.
And all the other apps that you
We
can
love
do that.
you. Your local banger boys, banger bros, potentially koozie boys coming soon. And yeah. We couldn't do this without you guys. We've got an hour of transporting 300 gigabytes of footage. We love you. We'll catch you on the next Banger Podcast. Monday, Thursdays, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. We'll catch you on the next one.
5 to 5:30.
Should we just rip a selfie Polaroid? I don't even know if this is going to keep going. Let's just rip a selfie on the phone. All right, guys. Love you so much. See you guys. Bye.